Timing is the traffic light's chaperone, and I ignored them both. At first, the road was empty, so I was so free to go to you without other cars behind me, and no people were walking the pedestrian lane. But I wasn't able to move myself. The steering wheels were not stuck. My hands were trembling, but the tires were not tired. I know I had the chance to go forward where I was heading. It took a very long time to gather all my courage, and when I tried to give it a go, the green light had already faded. It happened so many times, and I missed so many chances. I could only remember the time when I saw the yellow light blinking, telling me to slow down and check if the way is clear. The lane had this one pedestrian walking along the way. That person tried to stop for a while, trying to let me go first, but I didn't. So the person continued walking. I had to wait until that person arrived at the other side. I could only remember the feeling that I got when it's time for me to finally park. That time, I know that it's also the time to go back. Sometimes it feels like I should make sure there's enough space for me to turn back completely, that I shouldn't make myself be the cause of traffic. It feels like I should be the one who should walk away. Sometimes it also feels like I myself am the traffic, and the road should get rid of me so that the one who should proceed by moving will be able to move without me as a hindrance. I stop myself as the light turned to green. I looked at so many signs and did the opposite of what they were telling me, and after I realized that, I blamed myself. I could only remember how I only tried to move forward when the light had already turned to red. I guess it's because it's my first time driving like this. Oh, it drives me crazy. Is it because I shouldn't be the one who is in the road driving in the first place? What if all this time I was thinking that I already had a license when in fact I'm still undergoing a driving class? But no, I think that's not the issue here. I don't know. One thing that I'm sure of is that it doesn't have to do with the traffic lights nor my own eyes. I am not colorblind. I was scared and afraid. I was too slow. I was too cowardly, but it wasn't really easy in a way. Perhaps people can be cowardly and brave at the same time. We become cowards for our own good and brave enough not to hurt someone else. We become cowards for love and brave for love too. When both these perspectives of love happen at once, we know we could only choose one. Either we will signal them to let us go first or just let them go before us. Most of the time, we would be burdened with regrets. But sometimes, we know that it's the best decision we could ever make. But it's just so painful to be the one who yields.